Hey, I hope you learned something. This is the first part of this segment on patching a sheetrock ceiling. The next step is putting some webbing tape up there, some self-adhesive webbing tape, and getting in there with the sheetrock mud. I'll show you that next time. It's day 2 of our project. We're ready to patch the sheetrock up there on the ceiling. And what I usually do with that, I take some self-adhesive webbing tape. You can get it at most hardware stores. We're going to put that up next. I'm not using any paper tape. Why am I not using any paper tape? You'll find out in a minute. Before I get going on this patch, and also this other patch right here, I've still got my plastic up from the other day, remember? And I pulled up all the plastic last night, and it was all dirty and dusty, and so I threw all that away. I had plenty of plastic, so I cut some new plastic and put it on down. Make sure that you prep everything and get everything ready before you start doing this. I don't want you thinking, oh, I'll just put some plastic right there and I'll be fine. Well, if you get any sheetrock mud on your feet, you're going to traipse it over the carpet and out the door and all that. So I've got plastic here all the way to the door, to the back door, and outside I've got a little bit there to mix up the mud, you know, when we're ready to do that. But first things first, let's get this tape up there. I like this part. It's nice and easy to do. Just going to push that up there, and I'm going to overlap the joint by just, you know, 1.5 inches or 1 inch or so. I'm just going to hold that up there, split the difference on the seam, like that. That's why I don't like using paper tape. You know, I got to move my ladder, so I'm just going to kind of hold this like that, because I don't want it to come back down on me. Okay? You put this stuff up, you don't have to worry about putting mud up first before you put the paper tape up. You know, the other way, it just gets kind of messy. I got just a 3-inch blade. I'm going to hold it 1.5 inches over, and I want to try to pull this off at an angle, if I can. Whoops. I got too much out here. And once you start doing it, you'll get the hang of it. I don't do this every day. Well, just because I messed up right there, that shows you I'm just an average Joe wanting to help you out with your projects. Okay? You don't have to be a professional sheetrocker in order to do this. If I can do it, you can do it. You know. I don't have to wear my gloves on this or anything. Just going to push this up there. Kind of at a funky angle to pull it. You kind of want to try to pull it at an angle if you can. And it's kind of tricky to do that on a ceiling as opposed to a wall. Okay, I can take my little knife and kind of push down on it. Now this webbing tape is not brand new webbing tape. It's sticking good enough so once I put the mud on there, it's going to hold. But you might want to just kind of push on it a little bit, make sure it's all in there fine. You know? Okay, try to split the difference on it. Kind of a pain working on a ceiling, back and forth on the ladder. You can't get to your entire patch depending how big it is. Maybe I can situate my ladder this time so I can get the whole patch at the same time. Just try not to overstretch your bounds and your comfort zone. You don't want to start tweaking your back, falling off the ladder, whatever. I got my little belt on, you know, to protect my back brace, and that helps me. Okay? There. That's all the webbing tape I have to do, just one bit. Now if you got a gap or something, you could overlap this a little bit with another piece. You know, but that's all we need. That patch is ready for sheetrock mud. Before I do that, I'm going to look at this other patch on the ceiling. Remember, we've got that other patch where I took off. If you got two patches close by, now is the time to do the next one, okay?